We on.
Is it on? Is it on?
Okay, cool. Welcome to the first episode of You Don't Say. My name is Tapeleli Duma.
And my name is Busiso Mzolo, aka Siso Styles.
I shoot Styles. Yeah. So You Don't Say is a platform where we come on as young adults to have conversations around topics that affect us from day to day, man.
Yeah, man, from religion to the mummies, to the sport of a game, you know what I mean? Work, anything that is like, young adulty. Yeah. So that's what we talk about. And today we have a very interesting conversation, my man.
No, you introduce it, my man.
All right, so today's conversation is around manhood, in the recent, what can I say? How do I put this? The men are trash. How like extreme feminism has affected us as Amachens, and we find that guys, the image or the guy image is really, they don't respect us anymore, and some guys have lost respect for themselves as well. So we're trying to sort of define or redefine.
Fragile.
Yeah. So we're trying to.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Hey, you're speaking to the mic. Bro.
Okay. Look. We have Drew here, and we have Usanza. Guys, just introduce yourself quickly.
Hi, my name is Drew. I don't know what else to say.
What do you do, Drew?
Oh, I'm a photographer and a copywriter. Advertising.
Award-winning. Yeah.
Award-winning.
If you
must
put it
out
out
there.
add that.
Yeah.
Trophies upon trophies.
Yeah. Silver. All right, cool.
Hate. And I am Sandy Numa. I am in accounts or account management.
Hey, you took time. You like trying to find the right way. To
Yes.
like, how do I put
I
this
am
in a very
within
interesting-
award-winning creatives here.
Wow. Solid.
Yeah.
Silver also is a silver. Silver. Emphasis on the silver.
Yeah, guys, welcome to You Don't Say.
Thank you very much.
What do you guys think about the space?
It's pretty cool. It's a really cool vibe. It feels homey. It's a great studio. It looks beautiful. There's lots of tech.
Yeah, we were supposed to have someone.
Feels like I'm in Nashville somewhere.
Nashville.
We were supposed to actually have someone pull through to do some performance,
some musical item of some
Apparently,
sort.
we're too fresh for this, so it didn't work out. Hey, man, switch off your phone, man. Yeah. So, if you know of anyone who has something nice to offer, I know your girlfriend does some nice stuff. So,
We don't want rappers though. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
If she's keen to pull through and do something,
I've been saying I'll perform for you.
will you perform? Okay.
Will you sing for us?
Yo, jack of all trades. Okay, do something for us.
Give me a guitar. Give me a guitar. I'll perform.
That's the young 16 part.
All right, guys, wait. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. As I said, the main topic is like we are discussing manhood. Manhood. Yeah, manhood.
As you grab something.
But nonetheless, so look, guys, the image of the guy, the image of the man is kind of warped right now. There's a lot of negativity surrounding it. And of course, we are responsible somehow. Well, not us as us, but other men. Have done some.
Don't exclude yourself. That'll be the first comment. Like, why are you excluding yourself?
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, right now, how would you like define what a man is? Like, if a girl came up to you and be like, "Yo, I can provide for my family, I can protect my family. So, what is like the point?"
Yeah, if she shifts away from roles now,
Of course.
how do you justify your manhood away from roles?
Oh yeah.
Got right into it.
Yes.
Away from roles. I
Yes.
think firstly, a real man needs to have a connecting beard.
I'm joking. Are you trying? Yo,
No, I'm kidding.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's hard to look at it without the roles part.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's gone to that point. But I think, like a real man is just a person who's comfortable in himself. Like, you're not there to take, you're not there to like berate a person or to take things away kind of thing. Like it's a partnership with a person. Like, you're comfortable in yourself. You are a confident person who stands alone. Like, you don't need a domestic wife to come cook for you. You can do all that yourself. Like, you're a full person before you come to someone else.
Yeah.
And then when you come, like, you're bringing both of what you have together, and it becomes something more awesome.
Wow, Drew. How far are you from that definition?
It's deep, Drew.
I can cook.
You can cook. I can cook.
I mean,
he's got a
I stay alone.
connecting
I've stayed alone for a few years, so I guess I'm
Domesticated.
How many of those years? Of those years did it take to grow the beard?
Why are we talking about my beard?
You started what's your definition of a man?
Let's come to you, son.
All right. In recent times, like as you've mentioned, the idea of what a man is has been warped, and I think if you look at history, not to get too deep, but if you look at history,
Go deep, bruh. Go deep.
Go there.
We want the deepness.
if you look at what a man's role was back in the day,
Yeah.
he was the guy that was providing, and
Yeah.
women in the working space weren't as prominent. Now the roles have completely reversed, where you've got executives and women leading industries, and then the space for men has kind of now, where do men stand, or where do men? So I can't say I will provide. I can't say I will keep you safe. I can't say. So it is a bit difficult now as a guy to say I will give you this because what I was able to give you 20 years
She
ago
can
is
get it.
no longer. She can get it for herself.
Yeah.
But does it make you less of a man if
That-
that role has been taken away from
That's
you?
why we're trying to.
That's I think that's why we're here. Is that
Yeah, that's why we're here, because we're trying to now
where
understand.
what do I bring to the table?
Yeah.
Because the table, she bought the table, she bought the fruit and veg.
Oh,
She bought the meat, the electricity is
she
here.
bought you the car. dog.
You know, like, so it is a bit difficult now to what am I as a man to bring to the table?
But I guess what you're kind of saying is that if you take away the financial provision, then you become less of a.
Not necessarily less. It's just that now the roles have to be redefined. What more or what else can I bring? Because now what I was initially bringing is no longer relevant because she can do that for herself.
Okay,
Sure.
wait,
So what can you bring?
Wait, let me ask this. Can we define a man outside of the roles? Because clearly the roles have changed. The roles have changed, so we need to basically come up with ways of justifying a man away from the roles. Is that something that's possible?
Away from
Away from the roles. Okay, this is a woman according to her role. This is
She's
a man.
supposed to
She's
cook
supposed
and
to do
clean
this
this
and
and
that and
that.
this.
Yes, you can. I don't know if it's as impactful because it's like trying to define marriage without talking about coming together.
Yeah.
So yes, you can speak of a specific man, but then I think as people we're so different. Like I'm a different man from the type of man he is.
Okay.
So I think, I guess the argument
Character.
I think the adding the lady part, that's where it comes, because that's where the argument is. That's
Also-
where men are trash. That's where
Oh.
get what I
think,
mean?
I think now I'm seeing, because there's a man against, like, versus like a man standing next to a lady, and then there's a man alone.
Yes. And I think the more important conversation is the man sitting next to a lady. Because I can be a man that loves soccer, I drink beer, whatever, but then that's
Soccer, nothing.
no, but I do.
Oh, by the way, that's Simpiu in the background. He doesn't want his face.
Please keep quiet.
Yeah.
Please
He
keep
doesn't want
quiet.
his face in the
Justified.
camera. Yeah.
You can follow him on.
Yeah. What's your Instagram handle?
It's SK Kuban.
And why don't you want to be on this thing, boy?
Continue with the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Causing
So,
a havoc out there.
Look,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you just like raised the witty. There's a man standing to a woman, and then there's like a guy.
Yeah.
So, what?
But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's important to be able to define yourself as a man, outside of ladies, because then I mean other people are gender neutral.
Yeah.
People are like part of the LGBT community type stuff. But I'm just saying, like, in society, I feel that the more relevant conversation, because of what's happening, because of like how men are like beating their girlfriends or wives, they're killing them, they're kidnapping them. I think it's important for people to understand themselves as a man, and in that context.
Snap.
And I think to that point, around the violence towards women, not to speak for it or encourage it in any capacity, but what is happening from my view is that because of the fact that now man is trying to redefine his role, there is a certain level of anger that comes with, I don't know what to give.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to control, therefore I am going to use violence or my physical power.
Yeah.
I think what you're explaining is being fragile and being insecure.
No, my thing, I can actually relate to that in a sense that there's so much that's been done driving up the conversation with women in terms of empowering them and them breaking away from culture. You know, like you can't allow culture to confine and limit women. But no one is driving those conversations with the man.
Yes.
Like in a sense of how do I relate to this new woman, right? But a lot of our conversations with our fathers is that you must be a man, and basically you being a man is leading
The traditional sense.
the traditional sense of it. I think the question is, how do we drive up the conversations with a guy saying, actually, here's the new woman, and you need to find ways to relate to the new woman who has broken away from culture, and without you being, because I think a lot of people don't know how to relate. A lot of guys don't know how to relate to this new woman, and in that frustration, they are abusive. You know,
Men are trash.
men are trash, you know, and it's just a complicated space to be in right now.
Take it back to Ukshela. Ukshela back in the day, it used to be I bring a gift, I speak to you in a tone that you like, and then something might happen. Now, the woman is in a position where she doesn't need anything from you. So when I come to a lady who happens to drive a nice German car or American muscle type vibe, and I say, I'm interested. Mara uzisani. That's the struggle now, is that even at a level where I am engaging with the woman at the first time, what am I bringing to the table?
Hey, brothers. So
And I'm not. It's not a material type of conversation. It's just that.
It's because our manhood has always been defined by roles.
Yes.
And now the role situation.
And I guess that's the struggle. Even I think I've got a question. I mean, a problem with how you address the question fundamentally, because it's almost
fundamentalize that truth. Yeah.
Branston.
because
Branston.
is it a new woman, or has society just gone to the point where they can express themselves? Because I'm sure back then they didn't want to be confined to
As much as now.
Yeah,
So,
not
But
being able-
there weren't, how do I say? There weren't a lot of spaces or platforms where they can thrive and be what they want to be. From a
Yeah.
constitution point of view,
which was not right.
yeah.
So
the
so my point is, now that they've found their freedom, now people are, and for me the biggest thing is that it's an insecurity point of, thing. That now I've got money now, but and I don't, or even if I do, but I want to exert my power or my role as a man, so I'm going to beat you, or I'm going to tell you that you can't do this, or you must wear this kind of thing. It's yes, I understand, and I agree with you that we need to have conversations with men and raise up men who are confident and who are secure in who they are. But it's no excuse to.
No, definitely not.
It's I didn't say
Whether I, no, you didn't.
putting it out there. I'll come for you. Yeah.
At Timende.
Hey, no, wait.
From Bloemfontein.
Yeah, maybe then it's just a matter of what do you have to offer as a man outside of resources or material, you know.
Let's talk about
I think
What? Oh, that's why you're not part of this conversation. Yeah.
I think you've got yourself to offer, and it's what you were saying before. Like what's this man? Like it's a person who's loving. It's a person who's committed. It's a person who's loyal. It's a person who it's a partnership. And yeah, I guess people will probably comment that we're talking about man in terms of men and women, and opposed to like being gay and all of that stuff. But I guess it's the type of person that you are, and it's making sure that you're the best person that you can be.
Yeah.
And when you are there with another person, whatever the person may be for you, like you come together and it's something beautiful. Because then I think a lot of people are just there to just want to take, like, how much can you love me? How much sex can you give me? How much of this can you give me? But if you already fall in the person that you are, like you're secure, you're cool, you're there for your kid. Like it's not just work, it's not just money, but you. There was this thing I was listening to radio on KFM yesterday, and someone's like, you shouldn't give your kids presents. As in like physical presents, but you should give them your presents. Because then,
He said he could rap.
Wow, bro.
so it was.
It
was a guy.
It's not his.
It was like a guy called Moses. They ran this thing called Cool Dads and Kids. So the whole thing is to build up healthy relationships with their kids, because they kind of
nice to have Moses here.
they kind of
Thank you. You're good for something. Good for something. Yeah.
So they kind of they kind of need that. So it's not just with the wife or the girlfriend, but it's also with the kids. Like raise men who are present in their lives, because then a big part of a kid's identity is from their father. So like be there in their life and raise up healthy kids who know their dads, who know their backgrounds, or who feel loved. And they don't grow up looking for love in other places and dabbling in things that they shouldn't be.
So I love that you've already Drew has already jumped.
Drew is already like within this. Wait, can I just throw in a curveball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, just be open and be honest about this.
Yeah.
Do you feel intimidated by a woman that earns more than you?
I'll speak on that in a capacity of, if she makes me feel in the same way that a guy can make a woman feel less because he earns more or he's got more. If she makes a point of making me personally feel like I am more than you because I earn more, then it's a problem. But as long as she understands that the financial and the material things are something that you acquire and it's not what makes you, then it's fine.
So
she can earn more, she can earn less, I earn more, earn less. It doesn't matter, as long as the person has gone to a point where Drew is speaking of, where there's a self-actualization that I am more than what I have in a financial or a material basis.
So you're not intimidated by a woman. So
At
you
all.
literally
You'd go
walk
for
up
her.
to a girl
Be like, yo,
that has parked her Porsche there by chicken
I
licking,
see you.
and you're about to
Like,
catch
I
a
see
taxi.
you, mommy.
We'll speak about the chicken licking actually.
Bruh, just messing this, man. Just follow me.
We'll start there with the fact that she's a chicken licking with a Porsche.
So you I'm getting.
I'm getting away. Life.
Like, no, besides, like, we can see the mommy's got a Porsche, but she's nice and you're feeling so yeah. You don't have a problem with that.
Porsche I can say it.
Ah, that's cool. True.
Be honest. Because
Be honest.
now,
So okay, that last part threw me off, because then from the way that I understood the question, I was thinking in terms of like a relationship.
Yeah,
And not
that's
seeing-
yeah.
No. If in a relation, no. It's not. If she's got money, it's fine. She must take me out. Also, like, not, you want, like, no. You are true. Hold on. You want me to buy you stuff now? You must buy me things.
Fair.
So
cool.
So it's cool. I'll be getting nice.
So
I'll
from
be
a
getting nice
neutral, like,
sneakers.
just from a like from a
It's cool. There's no need to get it to be dated. Why?
just from seeing her from the first time. Okay, of course, I mean, when you know the person better, of course, it's like, I know you better now. So, but just from a stance where first time you're coming into this company, here's this mommy, but she's a CD, she's higher than you, but you like her.
I think naturally I'll feel intimidated.
Yes.
But I don't think it's you've got more money thing. I think if I walk into a office with just like CEOs, I'll feel intimidated. I
Yes.
think it's a natural,
Yeah,
it's a
of course.
natural response. It's not like, oh, you've got too much money, I can't,
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's just a natural human reaction.
So these are like the dynamics, gents, and about like the manhood struggle, you know, the financial, you know, the roles. And I think you already went ahead of us and you sort of came with a resolution of, you know, when you talked about Kaya FM, that who's that guy? You know, why are you
No, it's not a
promoting
Kaya
other
FM thing.
shows?
He
Why are
was
you
just-
promoting
no,
other
no.
shows?
Hey,
Kaya,
Can I say?
shout outs to Kaya.
No, it wasn't a Kai FM
No,
thing.
we're gonna-
It was a guest on Kai FM.
A guest on Kai,
He's
yeah.
got a he holds a
Please have us on the show, you know.
no. So this guy hosts a biannual event for cool dads and the kids. So you come through with the kids. There's like events, there's team
picnic,
building, sort of.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's
I've seen that.
Yeah. So he was just
I
a
have
guest
no
on Kai
kid,
FM.
though.
All right, so
Are you sure? Are you-
Putting out there, no
are you-
kid, no
Are you
kid.
sure? Because what does?
so we've touched on like a lot of elements, you know, and so just wanna come to the resolution. And I think it's important for one all of us are gonna be dads one day, you know. And
definitely.
you and okay, we have dads already. Some people are dads here, but some are not dads yet. So
It's not me.
so you wanna be the, you know, you want your kid to look at you as Superman basically. And so how then do you define, if you had a son, for instance, how would you say, my son, this is a man, and then to your daughter, my girl, this is a man, and this is what you should expect from a guy? So in your own personal opinions, how would you then say that to your kid?
I think, okay, in fact, I'll go back. There's an ad that was recently released by an alcoholic brand where...
Sure,
Yeah.
advertising.
No.
Okay, no, okay.
But-
let the homie finish. Yeah.
I think it starts there where even brands are speaking at a point of reshaping the mind of those who are going to be shaping their kids.
Yeah.
Because the messaging that we've been getting is showcase your manhood or manliness by being physically strong or physically present, which isn't going to work with how the dynamics are shifting now. So it's understanding that you can add more and be more by being a better person and being better and more than who I am. Give more and be more to the people around you, and just once again, self-actualization. Be better and be more cognizant of what you do. So it starts there. And then another level of that is, I think a lot of the time people don't act based off what my actions will do to the next person. It's what my actions mean for me.
Okay.
So just be more giving as a people, because whoever it is to, women, men, kids, our elders, it will show that we are changing in our dynamic or our thinking. So yeah.
Woo! Wait, just before you go in. Brad, how are we looking on time there?
20 minutes. You good?
20 minutes. We're about to wrap this up, guys.
Gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, sure.
I think at the end of the day, it's just being the best example that you can be. Like, kids replicate. We know this. So
Yeah.
if you treat your wife well, he knows what it is. Like, and that's what we keep on. People say when they speak about abuse, it's like breaking the cycle, because then their dads abused their mom, and that's what they saw, and that's what they grew up. So, like, it's treating your people well, not being a hypocrite. Like, you don't talk about it out there, and then you get home, and then I'm shy. Like, that's not right. So, but also being intentional. There's nothing wrong with actually teaching your son on how to treat women.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with teaching your daughter on what to expect. And it's just being there. Like, if you take your daughter out, it's kind of special for her. Now, if some random guy takes her out, that's not special, because she knows it. Just someone buys your daughter flowers, now she's going, if you've done that, she already knows it. She knows that she's a queen, kind of thing. So treating her, knowing what to expect, and then they know that, okay, no, this person is trying stuff, or no, this person's not trying stuff, like, he's genuine. So yeah, it's just being the best example and actually teaching them, being there, not just giving money.
Drew, you winning this, eh?
Yeah, Drew's killing.
Drew's killing us. Yeah. With the beard and everything. Yeah. I can see you on Mondays. I can see you trending on Mondays, Drew.
The Dark Prada.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're running out of time and all of that, but I'm really loving what we're having here, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think we can actually build a series of these conversations, unpacking the whole financial
The
issue.
financial aspect of things.
Financial aspect. Thanks for the word, bro. Yeah. You got this. And
Woman, next time, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore this guy.
ignore that
Yeah,
guy.
I'm gonna
Just
ignore this guy. You know,
You.
So we'll have a series of these conversations around financial aspect of it.
Yeah.
Maybe look at how do we deal with the rejection as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we are facing as men.
Do you want to talk about something?
Yeah, who rejected you? Hey.
Yo, guys.
That word rejection came out like really just rich.
So look, shout out to Sansa and Drew for we didn't get it. No,
why are you lifting
not
up your
you.
hands? Yeah.
Not you. Not you. Shout out to you guys for giving us an opinion, because look, there's no generic way of putting this out and say this is what a dude is supposed, like, this is what a guy or this is what a man is like should be, you know. But I like how then the more, you know, universal, the language of love, the language of respect is so important. As you guys were talking about setting a good example, you know, being complete in yourself, you know. So if you respect yourself, you'll be able to respect other people. If you love yourself, you'll be able to love. So really, then it's going to the side of being a person and being a genuine, loving, caring person, more than being you're a man, you're a woman type of vibe. So
At the end of the day,
it comes back to humanity, and I'm careful when I say humanity for my own reasons. But nonetheless, be a good human being, I think, and love people, respect people, and I feel then whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter.
Or
So
neutral.
Yeah. So we're signing out now. Yo, Sim, we got you.
Nah.
We see you. You want to say something?
Yo, shout out to you guys for doing this. This is actually dope, guys. We need more shows like this. Like the
Can't hear you.
He's our hype man. He's our hype man. Our hype man.
Shout! Yeah.
At Escape.
Yeah, and I just want to say this. We did this with no script, one take, no cuts, no edits.
What? What?
Talk about, don't
Okay,
mention
now I'm trying to. Okay,
you
it's
were
fine.
about to say Thibaut. I got you. Yo, by the way, he was not saying Thibaut Touch, but I just want to say Thibaut Touch. I see you, man.
Touch HD, what up?
Touch HD, what's
Massive
up?
Metro, what up? Yo, guys, shout out. Yo,
Shout-outs,
like
man.
something, guys,
And
something.
yeah, the name of the show is You Don't Say. Outside Bali. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on here. We're bringing all those corridor conversations. Emakhoneni futhi da, ema-tuck shops. Yanibona niyajutana. Izani zojutana la. Awe, yeah. Taps and Taps. My handle on Twitter is @tman_liduma.
I don't tweet, bruh. So
Okay, what's your Instagram?
Something.
Something.
Put a
Give
strip
us
on the bottom.
email.
at Siso Styles.
Pen.
It will appear here. It will appear here. It will appear
Hey,
here.
we
Somewhere
are there.
here.
Nice.
We are there
At
now.
Siso Styles. You don't say Instagram, You Don't Say Facebook.
We don't have Instagram
You don't-
yet,
you
but
don't-
yeah,
you don't-
he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's And yeah, shout outs to Brad.
Oh,
we didn't
yes.
shout out to the Oaks.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Oaks. The Oaks.
The Oaks right there, yeah.
Shout out
Footprints.
to the Oaks. Thanks,
We're
guys.
out.
Footprint
Peace.
Studios.
And my good eye, from my good eye.
Take a selfie, bro.
Take a selfie, bro, of yourself.
It's not gonna
Shake-
happen.
he's shaking his head. He's shaking his head.
What are you doing?
DOP and the hype man.
Out, man. Cut.
You can cut it, Brad. You can cut it.